We all know by now, especially over the last year or so, that quilting and handcrafts have far reaching benefits to your mental health. But have you considered taking that one step further by taking part in a community or charity project that will bring you even more feelings of joy and wholeheartedness? Well, our guest today has spearheaded more incredible charitable adventures than I can name here, and you're sure to be inspired. Stay tuned to meet Berene Campbell. What kind of steps along the way? Was there a guild that you joined or some big something that made a big difference for you in becoming such an avid quilter?
Yeah, so I think it's interesting. Uh, I think the next big quilt I made some little small projects in between, but I think the next big one I made was actually for my mum when she had breast cancer. And again, I wasn't a very clued in quilter at that time, but I was living on the other side of the globe from her, and so I thought that it would be a great idea to sew pieces of fabric from all of her friends and my very large family. So I basically sent emails out to everyone that I thought might like to contribute something. I had no idea what I was getting myself in for, because I got everything from my brother-in-law's silk ties to some of my mum's artist friends who painted some stuff on fabric. It was quite chaotic, but I nevertheless took this on. And I was going to go and see her after she'd had her surgery and in South Africa. So I was trying to get it finished before then. And I went to this quilting shop and I had it up on the wall trying to figure out what sashing fabric I needed to use. And this really nosy person came up to me and said, "Oh, what are you doing? How are you going to do it? Well, how many quilts have you made? Do you know how to do this? Do you need help?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, can you help me pick out the fabric because I'm really don't know what the heck I'm doing." And this person just kind of moved in and helped me organize everything and then said to me, "So you're going to, when do you have to have it done by?" And I said, "Well, I kind of leave in a week." And she goes, "Okay, so you're going to need some help. Do you want my help?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "Well, I can come and help you sew." And I
Oh.
was like, "Okay, well, we've just met." But we established the fact that our kids were at school together. So that was interesting. And the next day, Krista Hennebury arrived at my door, sewing machine in hand, and helped me put this quilt top together, which was amazing. So I would say Krista has been, from the very beginning, a great guiding light for me. She's sort of organized retreats that I've gone to. She provided me with a huge group of women that taught me all kinds of tricks. She certainly taught me a million tricks. So yeah, I would say that for me was my first, not guild, but kind of guild. And
Yeah.
then joining the Vancouver Modern Guild, which again was Krista's, under her direction. I told her I wasn't really a guild person. Um, but she insisted, and I was terrified of standing up there in front of this group of people and speaking publicly about my work. But it's been one of the best things that ever happened because I've learned to speak publicly and to
Oh.
share my work and found a whole bunch of, my tribe, basically.
There's not a single word of this entire podcast that I'm just like not so inspired by. It's so wonderful.
We
So,
have
okay,
more power than we think we have.
I
It's
know.
important to remember that when we feel, I don't know, that there's nothing special, that we don't have anything
Yeah.
special to offer. We all have it. We just have to believe in it and put it into action.
Well, that's what I love. And it just the fact that you would make a quilt not knowing what the next block is even going to look like, or launch into a challenge not knowing how it's going to turn out or who's going to participate. It's just you have a beautiful faith that helps other people's kind of have a blind faith. Everybody bought those tattoo blocks before they even knew you could do it, right? Did you like this trailer? Click on the link in the description below to listen to the full podcast.